matches is set for 1 fall. Introducing first from Cardiff in South Wales, Ricky Hype.
Well, hello and welcome to you and yours. Once again, you are watching LDN Capital TV right here on the Fight Network. The only British wrestling show currently on television anywhere in the world today. And what a show it is for you. We are at a jam-packed Wolverhampton Civic Hall. Over 850 people in the building here this week to watch LDN Capital TV, and making his way to the ring to kick things off, Ricky Hype, for another instalment of his Dragon Challenge. Hype, of course, a proud Welshman, and that's not going to win him too many friends here in Wolverhampton. And I look forward to finding out who is going to answer the Welsh Challenge today. You know, Ricky Hype has been doing the Dragon Challenge for over a year now and is still undefeated in that setting. He has defeated several top names, and he is going to be looking to add another notch to the, another notch to the record here tonight. And oh my goodness, there's no need for that. Fans, we apologise very sincerely for that. And that is why, no matter how good a wrestler Ricky Hype may be, we can never truly appreciate his athletic acumen when he commits such treacherous actions as that. Well, it's the Lionheart, Adrian Blair. He has answered the challenge. The Lionheart, Adrian Blair, and we saw him last week. Unlucky to lose to Danny Garnell, but he put in such a fantastic performance. He has come back again here to Wolverhampton now. And let's see if he fares any better against Ricky Hype. Wales versus Scotland here on Britain's #1 wrestling television show. A real international clash here. And the lucky fans at Wolverhampton are going to get to see it in person. And fans, if you want to see LDN live and in person, head to LDNCapitalTV.com for details of LDN live events near you. And you can get to see all the stars of LDN Capital TV live and in person, and up close and in living colour, just as these great fans here in Wolverhampton are doing here tonight. And what a great atmosphere we have got here in Wolverhampton. Later in the hour, the LDN British Tag Team Championships are going to be defended. However, that is a very controversial situation, and I will talk more about that later on. But as it stands, Alan Lee, Travis and Hakan will be defending the titles against a new team of the Singhs, and again we will find out more about them later in the show as well. Basically, after the controversial ending to last week's Capital TV, Hakan and Travis left with the Tag Team Championships, but DeVille and Walker, the former champions, have lodged an official complaint, and the tapes are being reviewed by the LDN Management Committee. And Hakan and Travis will be defending those belts here tonight. But if that complaint is upheld, then we will find out exactly what is going to happen. They may be stripped of the title, they may have to defend it against DeVille and Walker. It's a very interesting situation, and we will find out more about it later in the hour. But right now, the Dragon Challenge, Wales against Scotland, Ricky Hype against Adrian Lionheart Blair. Blair, of course, took Danny Garnell to the limit last week here on Capital TV. And it had been some months since we'd seen him. But he has returned south of the border here tonight to answer the Dragon Challenge, and maybe make a big name for himself by defeating the undefeated Ricky Hype. Oh, nicely done! Beautiful move there, right on that Welsh flag. Absolutely deserved. And no offence to our Welsh viewers, but that really warms the cockles of my heart to see that. And the fans at Wolverhampton now solidly behind Lionheart. And the two men lock up for the first time in this matchup. Both men looking for the advantage, and it looks like Hype with the strength advantage there. Blair, as I said, was taken to the limit by Danny Garnell last week, and Garnell really worked over that left leg. And wonder how that'll play out in this week's matchup. Blair just testing that leg out. And he is in no rush to lock up with Hype again. And again, Blair lands on his back. On the canvas and down hard on the back of his neck. Blair going to have to rethink his strategy if he wants to go toe-to-toe with Ricky Hype. And the fans solidly behind Adrian, Lionheart, Blair, and again these two young men lock up, and this time it's third time lucky for the Lionheart as Hype goes flying back first across the ring. And as we have seen with Hype occasionally before, he sometimes has a tendency to underestimate his opponents and take them quite lightly. And Hype claiming a hair pull, and I don't know if Hype has got enough hair to be pulled. Hype now looking for a game of mercy, putting those arms up in the air for the test of strength. Gonna try and make Lionheart say uncle, or is he? No, he's not. Kick to the midsection, taking advantage of the sporting nature of Blair. And Blair now looking for a counter to that wrist lock. And he finds one in athletic style. And Hype returning the favour, goes behind for a hammerlock, and I think he was just nuzzling on the shoulder. He just bit a lump of flesh out of the left shoulder of Lionheart Blair. And Blair quite rightly saying to the referee, come on, I don't expect this. This is a wrestling match for crying out loud. Ricky Hype just went to take a big hunk of flesh out of the shoulder of the Lionheart. Absolutely uncalled for. Hype slowing this one down again. Trying to starve Blair of oxygen. And that looked like a closed fist to the side of the head as well. And Blair looks quite groggy after that. And I don't think the referee saw it, but I'm pretty sure Ricky Hype used a closed fist to the side of the head to slow down the Lionheart once again. And Adrian Blair from Glasgow in Scotland doing everything he can to fight back. But he just might not have enough left in the tank. Hype comes off the ropes. Ducking and a diving. And a big leg drop right in the middle of the ring. From Adrian Lionheart Blair. Excuse me, a flying drop kick. And it sent Hype to the outside.
These are dangerous days.
November 29th is a date set to go down in history as the Thurrock Civic Hall in Grays is set to host the biggest British wrestling show of the year, Legends Showdown 2. Johnny Saint, Danny Boy Collins, Johnny Kincaid, Gentleman John Ritchie, Johnny Kidd, and of course Title versus Mask. Will Nagasaki be forced to unmask in public for the first time in nearly 30 years? Saturday, November 29th at the Thurrock Civic Hall in Grays in Essex. Head over to LDNCapitalTV.com now to book your seat for this extravaganza.
These are dangerous days.
And Hype, I think, landed hard on his nose. Lucky not to have broken it there. And he is staggering on the outside of the ring. Breaks the referee's 10 count, but in no rush now to get back in there with the Lionheart. And in the blink of an eye, Adrian Blair has turned this match around and put Ricky Hype back on the defensive. And Blair with a baseball slide. And right after the left leg of Hype. Blair may be taking a page out of Danny Garnell's book. And what's going on here? Adrian Blair, he's climbed to the top rope. And my goodness, a flying cross body from the top turnbuckle to the outside, right on the hard wooden floor. And he may have knocked Ricky Hype out cold. What an unbelievable athletic maneuver there from the Lionheart, Adrian Blair. Take a look at that from a better angle. From the top turnbuckle to the outside of the ring. Adrian Blair just launched his own body through the air. From 10 or 11 feet up in the air. Using his own body as a weapon on the Lionheart. Oh my goodness, what's going on now? He's just using the ring apron. Ricky Hype using the ring apron as a weapon. Now I've seen everything. And Blair, I think, sacrificed his own body with that cross body from the top to the outside. And he wasn't able to press home the advantage. And I think when you fly 10 or 11 feet through the air to the outside, doesn't matter how much it hurts your opponent, you're going to feel a lot of that as well. And that's why they call it high risk. The rewards are high, but the risks are great, and if it doesn't pay off, then you might find yourself in a whole world of trouble, as the Lionheart Adrian Blair is finding himself in now. Hype just choking him out with that left leg in the corner of the ring. Knee to the face. And Blair looks to be out cold. Blair looks very groggy indeed. And I wonder how much longer he's going to be able to go on for. Hype disappointed in the speed of the count, but it was a perfectly legitimate count there from referee Chris Roberts. Nice turnaround of fortunes there for Adrian Blair. Looking to rally this hot Wolverhampton crowd on his side. Whips Hype into the corner. Looks to meet him with a knee and gets caught. Sent to the outside, lands on the apron. And Lionheart with a head to the gut. Looks for the double leg Nelson. The legs are hooked. And it could be all, but it's not. Going now for the backslide. Lionheart doesn't want to lose any momentum, but still just a 2 count. And I think Lionheart now looking to win this one while he can. But Hype held on there. He put the brakes on. And a second leg drop from Blair, hitting nothing but air. Sent right into that ring post. Hoisted in the air and lands hard on his back. And that could be all now. And Hype, I think, senses this one is over, goes for the cover. And again, just a 2 count.
Shoulder was up, that's a 2.
What determination by this young Scottish athlete. One of the top stars wrestling in Scotland today. And we are very proud to have him here on LDN Capital TV, the only British wrestling show on television anywhere in the world. And you are seeing 2 of the top British wrestlers here today, Wales and Scotland. Ricky Hype and Adrian Blair. And Blair with a kick. Just getting kicked right in the spine. That is going to knock the wind out of you in a hurry. And he kicked out, but you can see just how much that took out of him. Fans, I don't know if you've ever been winded, but it is absolutely one of the most painful experiences you could possibly care to encounter. You just cannot breathe and you're sucking for air. And everything you do hurts. And Blair, I think, trying to struggle back, but as I said, he's winded and he's hurt. And my goodness, a blockbuster from the top rope, and that might be enough. A blockbuster from Blair. He's hooked the leg, and just a 1 count. Unbelievably, Ricky Hype quick to kick out of that one. Blair has put away a lot of other wrestlers with that maneuver, but not Ricky Hype. Short arm clothesline, comes off the ropes, drops the leg across the skull. Could be enough, the leg is hooked. And a 2.5. 2.5, so close. So close, but the Dragon Challenge lives on. And Ricky Hype, thus far undefeated in the Dragon Challenge, which has now been going for over a year. And another big right hand, and I'm pretty sure it was a closed fist, but it was so quick. I don't think even the referee is totally sure, and he can't call what he doesn't see. But Ricky Hype using a lot of very questionable tactics in this matchup, but now just tying up the Lionheart. Tied up the legs, pulling back on that chin, putting pressure on the lower spine. And there's not many places for Adrian Blair to go when he's caught in a move like this. But he doesn't submit, and I think Hype knew he wasn't going to submit. And so Hype relinquished the hold in the hope of scoring a pinfall, or maybe getting a more comfortable submission hold on. And by comfortable, of course, I mean comfortable for Ricky Hype, because that is incredibly unpleasant for Adrian Blair, who is just having the very life choked out of his body. But somehow, be it adrenaline, be it the sound of the crowd, be it heart, be it fighting spirit, but Blair is fighting back. He is digging deep, and he is finding something deep within. And a super kick to the chin of Ricky Hype. He could have broken the jaw of the Welsh Wonder. And a cover, and it could be all, but no, a 2 count. And Hype kicking out still after that super kick. And he's feeling the chin, and I think maybe Blair just hit that a little bit lower than he would have liked to, because surely that would have been a 3 count 99 times out of 100. Blair now wondering what it's going to take to put Hype away. Again, climbing to the top. But Hype accidentally, or possibly on purpose, knocking the referee into the rope. And the vibrations knocked Blair off that top turnbuckle, and he finds himself in a very unfortunate position indeed, straddled crotch first on that turnbuckle. But Blair still just about in control of things here. Finally, standing up top, comes up with a frog splash, and Hype got the knees up, rolls him over. The shoulders are down, and that's it. That is it, the bell rings, and Hype remains undefeated. We're going to get a replay of that, but basically what I think happened, Blair came off the top for that frog splash. Hype got the knees up, and Blair landed rib first in the knees of Ricky Hype. Hype used Blair's own momentum against him, rolled him through, and 1, 2, 3, take a look at this, here is that replay. Blair comes off top, Hype with the knees, uses the momentum of Blair to roll him up, 1, 2, 3, right into that small package. And Ricky Hype in the Welsh Dragon Challenge remains undefeated. Another great showing there by Adrian Lionheart Blair, but on this occasion, Wales triumphs over Scotland. Up next, fans, the Tag Team Championships are defended.
ਭੈਣੋ ਤੇ ਭਰਾਵੋ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਨਮਸਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਬਲਦੇਵ ਵਰਮਾ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਰੌਸ ਜਾਰਡਨ ਦਾ ਅੰਕਲ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਮ ਗੋਰਿਆਂ ਵਾਲਾ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੌਸ ਜਾਰਡਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ RJ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਚੈਂਪੀਅਨ ਬਣੂਗਾ
Well, fans, main event time here on this week's edition of LDN Capital TV, and the British Tag Team Championships are on the line. In the ring now are the champions, David DeVille and Lee Walker, and they are putting those belts up for grabs for the team of Alan Lee Travis and Hakan. And it's a roll-up there out of nowhere from Alan Lee Travis. And that might have caught DeVille off guard. Looking for a roll-up, backslide, the shoulders are down. And a big kick to the gut slowed down Alan Lee Travis there. Or did it? Roll-up, an inside cradle, and again just a 2 count, I believe. Something nasty in mind, a double team suplex. A suplex in stereo, that could be all. Walker with the cover, but no. DeVille and Walker have cut this ring in half and stopped him from getting the tag at every corner. But now he is getting distracted by the referee. Oh no, Chris Roberts is struck. Chris Roberts to the outside. And DeVille, they are fighting at ringside. Nearly ending up with the laps of these lucky fans here in Margate. And our ring announcer desperately trying to look out for the fans' safety, and my goodness! My goodness, Lee Walker, and now Hakan off the top with a moonsault to the outside. And this is the most insane matchup I have ever seen. Let's see DeVille just rolling on the outside like a couple of wild animals. Bare knuckle boxing, quite shameful. Lee Walker, Travis goes behind. He hoists him up in the air. Belly to back suplex, there's a cover. And it's a 2, is it a, well, the... Hold on just a second, the fans seem to think it's a 3. Can we get a replay? There's the bridge, 1, 2, and the referee, I think he's collapsed, he's still so badly hurt. And our ring announcer seeking clarification. But then I think we've got new tag team champions. I think we have got new tag team champions, and it's Alan Lee Travis and Hakan. And I'm still not entirely convinced the referee counted to 3. Take a look at this. There's the bridge, 1 and a 2. And I think the referee just collapsed as we saw he was speared through the ropes to the outside of the ring. Still very groggy, very drowsy, but somehow Travis and Hakan ending up with the tag team belts. Okay, fans, well, this is main event time here on LDN Capital TV this week. The LDN Tag Team Championships are on the line, or are they? As we saw at the conclusion of last week's edition of LDN Capital TV, Hakan and Travis appeared to beat DeVille and Walker for the championships, but it was a very controversial count there by referee Chris Roberts, who had been injured earlier in the matchup. And I believe earlier in the week, DeVille and Walker lodged an official complaint regarding the state of the Tag Team Championships. However, as it stands, Hakan and Travis went home with the belts that night, and they have come out with them here this week in Wolverhampton. So they at least are recognising themselves as the British Tag Team Champions. And I guess that'll be the case until somebody declares otherwise.
And ladies and gentlemen, Hakan and Alan Lee Travis are the new LDN Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents accompanied to the ring by Uncle Baldev from Bollywood, the Bombay Dreams, Nick Bali, and R.J. Singh.
And then within a month won his first singles title, the British Welterweight Championship, and then just weeks later the Tag Team Championship. But he's going to have his hands full here tonight against a team that is new to LDN. RJ Singh, of course, we have seen him before, and Uncle Verma. And Verma, I believe, has gone back to India in recent weeks and brought along is that a cousin of RJ Singh, I believe, or a nephew possibly of Verma? And we are hearing his name is Nick Bali. Nick Bali and RJ Singh led to the ring by Uncle Verma. And they would like to get their hands on the British Tag Team Championship belts, and who wouldn't? And so they're going to be taking on the champions, Hakan and Travis, here tonight. Uncle Verma, of course, a respected businessman in the local community. And a big cheese on the Indian wrestling scene as well. Nick Bali, we have not seen him here in LDN before, but he has been flown over from India to join RJ Singh in his quest for the British Tag Team Championships. And I look forward to seeing how he fares here tonight against Hakan and Travis. It'll be an interesting matchup indeed, because Hakan and Travis are more experienced as a tag team, but RJ Singh and Nick Bali, as far as we know, are far more experienced in the ring as wrestlers. But this is, to the best of my knowledge, the first time they have teamed up in this country.
What I want right now is for you all to shut up while my uncle speaks. What my uncle is telling you, ignorant peasants, is you're looking at your new tag team champion.
Well, I don't think we really needed the translation services of RJ Singh on that occasion. But how confident are these three men here? RJ Singh and Nick Bali, with Uncle Verma by their side, truly believe that they will be the new tag team champions by the end of the evening. And who knows as well, they might. The belts changed hands last week. That shows you that anything can happen here on Capital TV. And what a wild matchup indeed that was. We just about saw it all. Referee Chris Roberts speared to the outside. A moonsault from the top turnbuckle to the floor. A controversial 2 or 3 count at the end. A referee passing out. What a matchup that was. And now with the Singhs in tow, anything could happen. Well, Hakan and Travis obviously more popular with the Wolverhampton crowd here. But I don't know if they want to get tied up in these mind games of RJ Singh and Nick Bali. Indeed, they made the cardinal mistake of turning their back on their opponents. And Bali and Singh only too happy to take advantage. Whipping them into the ropes. The clotheslines are docked. And Singh and Bali actually find themselves in trouble. Bailing to the outside in a hurry. And Uncle Verma calming them down. And offering a little bit of support and wisdom, the wisdom of his years. But it's no good against the fiery youngsters, Hakan and Travis. And they want to get this matchup back in the ring. And the fans want to see it in the ring as well. And look at the confidence of the tag team champions. Since winning the belt, those two young men have just improved in confidence week after week, and we have seen it here on Capital TV. And Singh and Bali were not expecting such heart and determination from the champs. And in fact, I think they are bailing. I think they're going home. What kind of athletes are they? What a shameful display by these two men. RJ Singh, the Bombay Dream there. And Nick Bali, somewhat taken aback at the speed and ferocity of which Hakan and Singh started the matchup, but they didn't want to get counted out, and now they are back in the ring. And back to square one, and I think this matchup is now going to start in earnest. One man in and one man out for each team. And referee Chris Roberts has got to establish his authority over the bout.
These are dangerous days.
And it looks like Hakan will begin this matchup against Nick Bali, and the two men lock up. And Bali with the upper hand, wrestling an unusually British style for someone of his Indian heritage. But the two styles are not incompatible by any means. And we know that Bali has been trained by the very best wrestlers that India has to offer, all at the expense of one Uncle Verma, who is happy to provide the very best education that money can buy for his family, be that at school or be that at wrestling. That said, Bali having his problems here with Hakan, who appears to grow more comfortable in the ring week after week. Hakan and Travis both started from scratch at the LDN Wrestling Academy. And from incredible hard work and dedication and gym time, they have risen to the top of their sport in record time nearly. And in under 1 year of professional wrestling, they are defending the tag team championships here on Capital TV, and it doesn't get much better than that. And fans, if you want to find out more about training to become a wrestler, you should head down to the LDN Academy yourself. If you check out LDNCapitalTV.com, all the information you need about the LDN training school is right there on the internet. But let me tell you, fans, it's not as easy as it looks. It requires so much hard work and so much dedication, and Hakan and Travis have it, and hundreds of other students didn't have it. Because to complete the training at the LDN Academy, to put in the hours needed at the school and at the gym, requires a very special kind of dedication indeed. And if you think you've got what it takes, then come on into the ring and check out the wrestling school for yourself. But look at this, a roll-up from Hakan, and just a 2 count. And Singh accidentally knocked off the apron by his own partner, thanks to Hakan. So Hakan, with less than 1 year of professional experience, already one half of the tag team champions, and Travis, his partner, one half of the tag champs and the British welterweight champion. A belt he, of course, won from Tex Benedict. And indeed, we have heard recently there will be a rematch between the two in the next several weeks here on Capital TV. The matchup has been signed, and we will bring that to you in full, uninterrupted, right here on the Fight Network, and we look forward to it. But right now, Travis defending his other title, the tag team titles. One half of the British tag team champions, Alan Lee Travis, tags in Hakan. And you notice, Hakan and Travis this time, they have learned from their previous matches. They're making quick tags in and out, always keeping the fresh man in. As we saw last week against DeVille and Walker, Hakan ended up wrestling the bulk of that match and came very close on a number of times to suffering a serious injury. But this time, Travis and Hakan tagging in and out, keeping the fresh man in and making sure that neither of them receives the bulk of the punishment. Travis dominating against RJ Singh, hooks the leg, the shoulders are down, and a 2 count. And Singh just able to kick out in the nick of time. I think suddenly realizing where he was. And a double team maneuver there from Hakan and Travis, and they receive a warning there from the referee. And quite fortunate not to receive a public warning, actually. Oh, and Bali there on the outside just booted Hakan and provided enough distraction for RJ Singh to get the advantage as well inside the ring. A very sneaky move there by Singh and Bali. And it's allowed them to turn the tide of this matchup around. And now Bali and Uncle Verma on the outside just choking out Hakan. While the referee preoccupied on the other side of the ring with that fiery young star, Alan Lee Travis. Again, a young man who needs to learn to keep his emotions in check. And I think that is a lesson that he is learning. But it is so much easier said than done when you can see your own partner being double or even triple teamed, and there's just nothing you can do about it. Bali now in the ring against Hakan, who is down, and he is hurting. Snapmare takedown, big fist to the back, right in the spine. Drops a knee to the face. And Nick Bali, in his first match here in LDN, is showing why he is one of the top young stars in India today. And it shows what a great eye for talent Uncle Verma has. And again, Travis forced to watch while his partner is double teamed. And again, it looks like RJ Singh and Nick Bali have attempted the same tactics as DeVille and Walker did last week. They tried to cut the ring in half and prevent Hakan from getting that tag. Oh my goodness, he just spat in his face. He just spat in his face, and if the referee had seen that, that surely would have been an instant disqualification. And who can blame Travis for getting so worked up? Singh and Bali know just what buttons to press to get the better of Alan Lee Travis. And in some ways it's to their credit, but in other ways they ought to be ashamed of their actions. Notwithstanding, they have cut this ring in half and prevented Hakan from getting the tag. All the while double and triple teaming him. And all Alan Lee Travis can do is watch on in disgust. Big bulldog there from out of the corner. Gonna roll him up, and we could have new tag team champions. It's a lackadaisical cover though, he didn't hook the leg. And Hakan, despite the pounding he has taken now for the last several minutes, still able to kick out of that one. And again, you see, before they tag, they cut that ring in half. They bring Hakan back to their corner and just eliminate any possibility whatsoever of him getting the tag. And again, Travis getting drawn into it. The taunts from RJ Singh. And again, it leaves Hakan prone to the double team maneuver there from Singh and Bali. There's a cover and just a 2 count. And again, we were half an inch away from new tag team champions again for the second time in as many weeks. Bali looked to be going for a second bulldog, but Hakan with a desperation backslide. Only got a 2 count, but it showed Bali that he's still very much in the match. And Singh and Bali actually wrestling a perfect tag team match. They have isolated what they perceive to be the weak link of the team and prevented him from making that tag, all the while taunting and aggravating his partner at ringside, Alan Lee Travis. The hip gyrations, the wiggling, the spitting, all of it utterly deplorable, but all of it having the desired effect. And Hakan has had a rough year of it so far. But it's moves like that out of nowhere that show why he was one of the top stars in the LDN Academy. Nonetheless, too quick for Singh, who is monkey flipped across the ring. Both men with the same idea, and both men go down hard. It looked like they were both going for that clothesline, and they collided in midair. And now this matchup has suddenly become wide open, and the advantage will go to whoever is able to get the tag first. And I think these fans here in Wolverhampton realising it, and I think Singh realises it as well, because rather than go for his own tag, he has again tried to cut the ring in half, but he gets caught with a boot to the skull, and Travis now gets the tag. Travis, the legal man, with the tag, takes down Bali with a flying dropkick, takes down Singh with the same. And Travis, who for the last 7 or 8 minutes has done nothing but watch his partner get double and triple teamed, is finally back in that ring. But a boot to the back from Singh slows him down. But not for long. Not for long. Travis still fighting hard. But what a move there by RJ Singh. Broken up by Hakan. And now we have got a very difficult situation for the referee. All 4 men are in the ring. Hakan now making the cover. And actually, I'm not convinced that Hakan is the legal man. Bali breaking up the pinfall. And this has become a Texas tornado matchup almost. All 4 men in the ring. And I admit I have lost track of who the legal men are. I believe it's Travis. And Travis wipes out both Singh and Bali there. And as I say, I believe the legal men are Travis and Singh. I may be mistaken, but it looks like that is what the referee is saying as well. Travis now looking to put the Bombay Dream away. But he spent too much time showboating to the fans. He became distracted in the moment, and who can blame the youngster? But this time he doesn't make the same mistake. Plants him down hard. And Bali in the nick of time, breaking up the pinfall for his tag team partner Singh. Travis and Bali now fighting on the outside of the ring. And even Uncle Verma's laying the fists in. Hakan with that moonsault. The leg is hooked, the shoulder's down, and he's got it. A successful title defense for Hakan and Travis. Now, I don't know if you saw at the top of your screens, fans, Bali was desperately trying to break up that fall, and Travis had him held tightly by the legs. He wasn't going anywhere. If we take a look at the replay, Travis and Bali brawling on the outside. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Hakan comes off the top with a beautiful moonsault. Hooks the legs, the shoulders are down. 1, 2, 3, and a successful title defense for Hakan and Alan Lee Travis over the team of RJ Singh and Nick Bali. A A big win there for Alan Lee Travis and Hakan. And Uncle Vermin not very happy about that at all. And what can he do about it? Well, I don't think he wants to go toe-to-toe with Travis and Hakan. That's for sure. Oh, and Singh and Bali thought they'd go in for another shot. Fans, we are nearly out of time, but from the Wolverhampton Civic Hall, from myself, Mr. TV, John Atkins, from all of us here at the Fight Network, we'll see you next week.